let's talk about that moment. You failed at something. Maybe you did not crack the job, or your content flopped, someone rejected you, or you just messed something up big time. And now it feels like your self esteem packed the bags and left the building. You feel ashamed, rejected, embarrassed. Your chest is heavy, and no matter how many motivational reels you scroll through, nothing just hits. Trust me, I have been there. But here's the thing, failure is not the end. It's literally the in between chapter that nobody talks about enough. So today, let's talk. No filters, no cliches, just real talk on how to handle failure like a pro. Even if right now you are curled up in your bed feeling like crap. Hi, my name is Shilpi. If you're new here, I talk about different life stuff that I feel like talking. And today's topic is failure, which nobody wants to talk about and nobody wants to listen to, but it's just a big part in your life. So this video will help you stop beating yourself after a downfall or after a setback. Figure out why things didn't work out, regain clarity without spiraling, and actually plan a comeback without sounding like a motivational speaker in your own head. So if you have failed recently at something, or you just want to be ready for the next time life throws a punch, keep watching. So let's talk about why failure feels so personal. So let me start by saying this: you are not your failure. You experienced failure. That doesn't mean you are one. But I get it. It feels personal. Especially in today's world where everyone is busy posting about their success, posting about their wins, posting about their all the happy moments in their lives, like they are buying a car, going on that trip, or the proposals, the wedding, or that I bought a house at 25 flexes. So when you mess up, you feel like everyone else is just moving forward, moving ahead in life, and you are just stuck. But the truth is, people who look like they have figured it all out, they have failed too. They just don't post about it. Failure is not proof that you are broken, it's proof that you tried. And in a world where most people just scroll and daydream, trying something itself makes you rare. So let's talk about what happens in your brain when you fail. So when you fail at something, be it your career, be it your love life, be it something you tried new and you failed, your brain just does not say, oops, something happened. It literally goes into a danger mode. Your amygdala fires up, and that's the fear center. Your body feels attacked. That's why your heart races. That's why you overthink. And that's why you keep spiraling into the thoughts like, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe something is wrong with me, or maybe I'm not meant for this, okay, and maybe I should just delete everything and disappear. But you are not dramatic, you are just human. The problem is, most of us were not taught how to handle failure, or how to sit with failure without letting it eat us alive. So now I'll share a few steps which will help you handle your failure like a pro. If not like a pro, then you will handle it well enough, okay? So the first step, okay, the first 24 hours are sacred. Don't react, just exist. So after a failure, you don't need to fix things immediately. You need to feel first. Give yourself at least 24 hours where you don't make major decisions, or you don't over explain to anyone. You just don't need to be quick enough to just post sad and revenge stories. Just breathe, watch something silly, cry if you need to, or vent out to a friend. But do all of this without judging yourself. Like, you don't need to think that maybe something is wrong with me, that this happened with me, okay, or maybe I was at fault, or maybe I lack something. Don't do that. Just breathe, watch something, process this, but don't blame yourself. This is called emotional buffering, and it's important because acting in a low moment always, usually leads to regret, like texting your ex, or rage quitting your job, or eating an entire pack of Oreo biscuits or something unhealthy, or chips, and then calling it a dinner. I mean, that's still fine occasionally, but yeah, first 24 hours are sacred. Don't react. Now step 2, get out of your head, write it down. Once the emotional wave settles, it's time to grab your journal or your notes app and write down everything. What I call is, failure breakdown. So write down what exactly happened, just facts, no drama, and then write down what was in your control versus what was not in your control, and also write down about what part of you is scared or hurt the most. This takes your brain from chaos to clarity, and you literally move from your emotional brain to your thinking brain. And when you write down now, your brain literally stops trying to loop the same thoughts, over and over again. And it's like you have just downloaded a mental backup. So you have to try this. You will see that so many things become clear to you. Now coming to step 3, analyze but don't attack yourself. This part is hard but powerful. Okay, you need to do a kind, honest post-mortem of this failure or this setback. Not in a way like, I am such an idiot, I'm always like this, or not in that way, but different way, like, okay, I was not prepared for this shit to happen in my life, or I was not prepared enough to handle this, or maybe I ignored a red flag, or I rushed the process. You can be honest without being cruel. Think of yourself like a project you are learning to manage better, not a person which you need to tear down in the process. Okay, honestly, that's emotional maturity, which we gain after so many experiences in life, and most people are not taught this early on their lives. So yeah, you have to analyze all the things in a way where you don't attack yourself, okay, where you don't call names to address yourself. Okay, so remember this. Now let's talk about step number 4, and that is the comeback blueprint or the comeback plan. That's my favorite part. That's always been my favorite part in my life, to plan the comeback. And when you plan the comeback, just know that it happens. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. Maybe universe or maybe something, whatever, but it always end up happening. At least if not 100%, 80% of the things happen when you plan. Now coming back to the comeback, once you have understood what did not work, it's time to create a system that does. Ask yourself, what small habit can I change right now or in this free time I have got, and how can I experiment differently? Okay, so when you fail at something, maybe you are doing something consistently but it's not showing up results, so you have to ask yourself, what can I do differently? You have to experiment, and also ask yourself, who can I ask honest feedback from? Like, you have to ask people for their feedback, what they think about it. Like, if you find that everyone is saying something common, that's what you need to work on. Okay, so if you are simply just putting effort and you are telling that I have done my part and it's not working and it's not my fault, it doesn't work that way. You have to constantly upgrade, you have to constantly experiment with it. Okay, so you need to ask for feedback from your closest people, and if you think that nobody has enough knowledge to give you feedback on something, that's where you need to step up and you need to analyze it properly. You need to go back and see the pattern using which you have failed. So you need to give yourself the feedback. For example, you failed an exam, so don't just study more, study differently. Your video or reel did not perform well, change the hook, or include something different. You don't need to change your niche altogether, that okay, this niche is not working for me, I will make some different kind of video altogether. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to make the video in a way where you change your hook, or you edit differently, or you include something new in that same niche. Your relationship failed, maybe it's time to communicate your needs better, or maybe choose someone who is more aligned to your values. You need to really look at your values, that these are the things which I get happy with and which I get angry with. Okay, and when you keep holding back your resentments or anger, it just comes out one day and ruins everything. So choose someone who is more aligned to your values, maybe. Okay, so you have to understand one thing really well, and that is, comebacks are not luck. They are always built on new system, new ways, and the best revenge is evolving. So what I do for my mental reset is, earlier I used to also spiral a lot. I mean, it's taken me years to come down to something stable. So whenever failure hits hard and I feel like I'm gonna cry or I'm gonna spiral over it, I just use this trick, which is like sitting still and breathe deeply for 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out, and again 4 counts hold, like 1 2 3 4, like that. You can just count it in your mind, and I just say one sentence out loud that this hurts now, but I have survived something worse. Okay, I have survived few things which were harder than this, so I will get through it, even though it's hurting me like hell right now. So it has not come to me so easily. I mean, this process of staying sitting still and everything is just becoming normal, it doesn't come to anyone easily. But when you experience life, then this is not forever. So keeping everything in mind, I just say, okay, I will try again tomorrow. So you don't need to fix your whole life today, you just need to stop it from unraveling, and that's enough. Look, failure does not mean you are broken. It just means that you are in motion. You are trying something. You are trying something new. You are trying every day. So you are in motion. People who never fail are not winning, okay? They're just not risking enough. So their lives seem to be like perfect, okay? The only people who don't fail are those who never even try. So if you are here hurting but still trying to learn how to overcome, you are much ahead in the game. I'm proud of you, just like I'm proud of myself. Most people run from failure, but you are sitting through it, you are facing it, and that's brave. Just remember, your comeback is brewing. I don't know which way, how is it going to come to you, but it's brewing and you have to let it. Okay, so that was the video, guys. I hope you like this video, and if you have found this video even a little bit helpful, then you can do me a favor by liking or subscribing to my channel. And also you can write down what's a failure that changed your life for the better. I'm trying to normalize failure, failing, trying new things, so let's face it together and grow. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.